So what you do is you get your order, go up to the front. Hi everyone, welcome to a new video. I wouldn't say you're going back to the biggest games I used to play like Arma 3, but I'm close to it. DayZ Standalone. I've watched this develop for a while and I'm really hopeful for it. I'm hoping some good stuff is going to come along soon anyway. The engine runs really well and I just wanted to show you the vehicles. Well, one of the vehicles anyway. This one here is the Olga 24. Can't think of any other way to pronounce that. Olga, yeah, Olga 24. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the basics that you need to have to get this vehicle working, and then obviously the optional extras, which are going to be hopefully a little bit obvious, but sure, I'll explain them anyway, right? So, your best way to start, obviously, you're going to need a radiator. These headlight bulbs are not essential, but they're going to be important, especially if you're on a server that works at night as well. You're going to need a jerry can with some liquid in it, well, with some gasoline in it, which you'll normally find when you're out looting. And you'll either need another jerry can with water in it, or what you can do is use lots of plastic water bottles. But you're going to need a few of them to be able to do the same job as the jerry can, right? You're also going to need a battery and also a spark plug, and obviously 4 wheels. Now, as long as you've got all 4 wheels, right? Battery, which goes there but doesn't show up on the picture very well here. It must be an editing thing. As long as you've got the radiator and the spark plug, this vehicle will work. So you don't actually need the doors, the boot, or the hood to be able to get it to work. So as long as you have all those, you'll be fine. Now, obviously, when you get the vehicle, you're also going to need to put these things in. So what we'll do is we'll take them out, and you can see, well, you can see the reverse, I guess, but let's have a look. What we'll do is we'll take that and the battery out, right? And let's have a look. If I get in, now on the dials there, you can see the left one is your speed, the right one is your revs and your gear selection. Top one in the middle there is your fuel, and the bottom one is the water level. You can start the engine by pressing the button, but obviously that's not going to start because we just took the battery and the spark plugs out. So basically what you'd need to do is you go up to it, you get all your things that you have, you obviously put your radiator in, you put your battery in there, you put your spark plug in there. Obviously you will unpack the bulbs, and if you have them, obviously you just drop them in there like that, and you do the same for the wheels. Now, to get it actually running, you cannot run the vehicle unless you make sure it's got water in it, and obviously fuel as well, you know. But water is important because if you don't put water in it, you're going to blow the engine. So you get your jerry can or whatever vessel you have for storing liquid, you go up to the front of the vehicle and you see there it says car radiator, and you literally just pour. It will say to you fill. Let's have a look. We'll actually do it. Pull the radiator out, right? So if we take out the radiator, take out the battery, take out the spark plugs, let's just say we've just found these, all right? You attach the radiator. You can actually attach it by going here and clicking the left button, or you can just go beside the vehicle, press your inventory, and just drop the radiator into the slot. And you do the same for the battery and the same for the spark plug, sorry. You can do the same with the wheels, but you can actually go up to the vehicle with the wheels and just hit attach like this. If you're holding the wheel in your hand, go up to it, left click, and it attaches. All right. Now, again, like I say, you can't drive the vehicle, and I don't believe it keeps the water in. There you go. You can see there now that the water level in the bottom middle is empty. So we've actually got to fill it with water before we start the engine. You will not get, I would say, not even 200 meters if you don't put any water in the engine. You'll basically burn the engine out and the vehicle's useless. So what you do is you get your water, go up to the front. You'll see there it says refill. Hold the left button down. And when it's full, I mean, obviously it's going to tell you because it's not going to let you fill it anymore. There you go. Full. Won't let me do any more. Right, so we can put the water away now. Now, if we had extra fuel, again, you do the same with the fuel, but I've already put a load of fuel in here. You just get your jerry can, you go up to this little port here. Let's have a look. Let's see if it'll let us do the motions. No, there's no fuel in this anyway, so it's not going to let me. You go up to the little fuel cap, and it will let you fill the fuel from there. So once you've got your battery, your radiator, and your spark plug, and your four wheels on, you can actually drive the vehicle. Now, again, you don't need the bulbs, but they're going to be necessary if you drive at night, and you don't need all the doors and stuff. For instance, if I open the door, I can take the door off, drop it on the ground. So you don't need all the, obviously you don't need the panels to be able to drive the vehicle. It helps to have them, especially the front one, because what happens is when you get in, if you don't have a door on, it's easy to press the F button by mistake. So you can't get out with the door closed. You have to actually open the door first. But if you don't have a door on, you can actually get out of the vehicle while it's driving. I've done that about a few times myself. So it's good to have doors. All right. Now to start the vehicle, as you can see there, you check that you've got fuel, check that you've got water, hold the button down, and your vehicle starts. Now driving these on DayZ is like, it's hard to describe what they're like to drive. I think it's like trying to drive an aircraft carrier. They're really sluggish when you go around corners, so you need to be careful you don't oversteer, or you'll end up keep turning and you'll smash into something. And obviously, if you do too much damage to the vehicle, you'll end up damaging the radiator, for instance. You'll lose water, and if you don't notice that, you'll blow the engine. So yeah, so those things are important. But you can turn the gears up and down by going E to go up. So you can see there 2, 3, and 4, or 3, 2, 1. If you press Q to take them back down a level, back to neutral, and that'll take you into reverse, for instance, if you hit R, or if you put, sorry, Q to go back to R. And then when you hit the W key, it'll actually reverse. Now, if you press S, that's the brake. If you press E again to go forward in gears, that takes us back to neutral. So when you rev the car, you can see there it doesn't do anything. And obvious advice, don't let it redline. Put it into first, then we can always drive forward. So again, take it easy when you're driving. You use your A and D to turn left and right. Never tried it with steering wheel or anything like that, or pedals. I don't know if that'll work on this. But be careful when you steer, so you don't actually oversteer or whatever and end up smashing into something. And obviously slow down when you're coming up to obstacles. But I just really wanted to show you the vehicle. Just a quick short video. There is another vehicle that's been introduced into the game. It's called the Ada 4x4. It's a little blue four-wheel drive thing. Can't say it drives any better, Apparently, it's meant to be a little bit better off-road, but can't tell you it is. Um, there is also, I believe, a truck and a bus coming. I think there was a bus in before, but it was removed to do the proper updates and stuff. So yeah, so what we'll do is we'll wait for the rest of the vehicles to come along, and we'll hopefully do a little bit more on those as well. So hopefully they're not going to be much different to this one. But it'll be good to see any progression in more vehicles. I could even be a helicopter as far as I know. Maybe a little mini gyro or whatever it's called. The Mozzie. An official one anyway, I'm not really sure. But anyway, hope that helps. When you do drive, be careful. And if you have any other questions or comments, or if you'd like to subscribe, we appreciate it. Thanks very much.